Thereafter, we will call on the foundation phase learners to come and get their certificates. Each one in the foundation phase will receive a certificate. Thereafter, we will move on to the grade 4 to grade 11 certificate.
أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا أيحسب أن لم يره أحد ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا وشفتين وهديناه النجدين فلا اقتحم العقبة وما أدراك ما العقبة فك رقبة أو طعام في يوم ذي مسغبة يتيما ذا مقربة أو مسكينا ذا متربة ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة أولئك أصحاب الميمنة والذين كفروا بآياتنا هم أصحاب المشأمة عليهم نار مؤصدة.
Yusuf Kafa, most improvement. Abdul Hanan Latu, most improvement. Nadir Latu, most improvement. Rabia Muhammad, the most creative. Saifullah Oliver, most diligent. Farah Rawat, most diligent. Uthman Rekler, the most creative. Sarah Sadan, overall excellent performance. Muhammad Salih Abrams, overall excellent performance. Sarah Tazkira Adams, most improvement. Yaqub Adams being most creative. Noura Ibrahim, overall excellent performance. Ahmad Ibrahim Umran, the most creative. Amina Kerish, the most creative. Layla Harris, most diligent. Jibril Isaacs, most diligent. Zuha Karim, most diligent. Alia Latu, most improvement. Rayhan Maksuri, most diligent. Uzair Muhammad, most improvement. Radia Raylan, most improvement. Al-Adam Saban, the most diligent. Parveen Sayed, most diligent. Wazir Samuels, most improvement. Huda Aslami, most diligent. Layla Koufi, most diligent. Congratulations. We will now come to the grade 2B class. Muhammad Zaid Abdul Wahab, most diligent. Nadir Abrams, overall excellent performance. Nadir Adam, overall excellent performance.
Come this way.
Yasmin Adams, most diligent. Muaz Adonis, most improvement. Farah Ali, most improvement. Ashik Ali Daniels, most improvement. Amara Kramak, most diligent. Umayd Gulam, most improvement. Fatima Zahra Hadin, overall excellent performance. Amina Hatas, most diligent. Watiq Kamis, overall excellent performance. Amina Lakhtar, overall excellent performance. Sohail Lakhtar, most diligent. Muhammad Yasin Sari, most diligent. And Rabia Binsel, overall excellent performance. Congratulations. Suhail Abdullah, most improvement. Suzanne Abdurrahman, most diligent. Afif Abrams, most diligent. Abdul Hakim Abrams, the most creative. Nazia August, most diligent. Shakil Benjamin, being most creative. Alia Borak, most diligent. Sami Al-Barak, most diligent. Sufyan Ishaq Buli, most diligent. Amara Kaur, most diligent. Muhammad Jawad Kaur, most improvement. Laika David, most creative. Adam Dennis, most diligent. Ashik Fadil, most improvement. Imran Fadil, most improvement. Salma Francis Adams, most diligent. Duhan Grimwood, most diligent. Hisham Hendricks, most diligent. Zaid Hendricks, most creative. Yusra Hendricks, most diligent. Ahmad Jahadi, overall excellent performance. Zakaria Kamish, most diligent. Junaid Kiran, overall excellent performance. Wasim Khan, most diligent. Sarah Latif, most diligent. Amir Maydi, most creative. Zayan Ian, most diligent. Zarina Peterson, Ibrahim, most diligent. And Azra Rasul, most diligent. Congratulations. Yeah, David's most improvements. Mudathir Deen, most diligent. Mikael Fatah, overall excellent performance. Rayhan Fatah, most improvement. Daniel Harris, most improvement. Shakira Hendricks, most improvement. Lanika Jackson, most improvement. Ramesh Karaudia, most improvement. Iman Koikar, overall excellent performance. Zihan Latu, most improvement. Alika Latu, most improvement. Uzair Ahmad Nail, most diligent. Aisha Olsen, overall excellent performance. Sana Regland, most diligent. Hanan Samson, overall excellent performance. Muxin Spilman, most improvement. Raisa Stemen, most improvement. Jihan Sidney, most diligent. Zakaria Tawfi, overall excellent performance. Ashraf Ali Turi, most diligent. And Uthman Turi, most improvement. Congratulations. For excellent performance in Quran reading, Aisha Bibi Ahmed, Zahra Ismail, and Bilqis Sayyid. For excellence in the Arabic language, Mas'oud Ahmad Adam, Imran Adams. Overall performance for Islamic studies, Iman Abrams, Sajid Akamis, and Ibrahim Tigler. And the overall excellent learner in that class is Leila Khalil. Excellent performance in Arabic, Ilham Dennis, Ammar Fakir, and Zaina Rasul. For excellent performance in Islamic studies, Muhammad Fahim Adams, Ilyas Basadin, Muhammad Nadir Samaudin. And there's not a top achiever, but to China, one to somebody who worked consistently, Mustafa Muhammad. For excellence in Quran reading, Muhammad Yusuf Bey, Munira Harris, and Ahmad Umar. For excellence in the Arabic language, Zahra Mihadin, Tahir Sulaiman, and Shoaib Yusuf. For excellence in Islamic studies, Mizan Adams, Alia Hendricks, and Ani Muhammad. And the award for overall excellence in that class goes to Altar Bensel. We now come to the grade 6 class of teacher Subayla Umar. For excellence in Quran reading, Farhana Hendricks, Daniel Samsudin, and Anika Simar. For excellence performance in Arabic, I don't know if it's here, Ali Muhammad, Amara Saddam, and Zainab Simar. For excellence in Islamic studies, Aman Adams, Almaz Ali, and Haytham Jebi. The overall excellence level in that class is Amira Ibrahim. Excellence in the Arabic language, Sarah Abrams, Ahmad Dariz, and Hana Khalisa Tawfiq. For excellence in Islamic studies, Ilham Chumara, Wasim Davis, and Athra Davis. The top achiever, I believe, is not here by Dear Drummond. Isa Hamid, Muhammad Shakil Salih, Yusr Isaacs, Zahira Muhammad, and Rihanna Yusuf. For excellence in the Arabic language, Amr Amani, Luqman Latif, and Hajar Nuruddin. For excellence in Islamic studies, Shahra Hendricks, Liam Jassim, Zubair Vali, Amara Abrams, and Zahira Khalil. And the overall excellence of performance in this combined class is Ziad Jihadi.
Well done, guys.
We will now come for Arabic, Raisa Abdullah and Wajia Gul. For Islamic studies, Ibtisam Hendricks. And for the overall excellent performance in that class is Shifa Hendricks. For Quran reading, excellent performance in Quran reading, Ashley Adams, Nabira Adams, and Aisha Solomon. Would you repeat those names for the grade 9s? Quran reading, Ashley Adams, Nabira Adams, and Aisha Solomon. For Arabic, Daniel Kurnaval and Naima Muhyiddin. Islamic Studies, Zaid Rasul, Yasmin Idros, and Mazin Jebi. For Quran reading, Nasrullah Adam and Niyaz Doji. For Arabic, Muhammad Ali, Nuran Bandikar, and Raisa Mani. For Islamic Studies, Khalika Adolis, Salahuddin Dariz, and Mishka Parker. And the overall excellent achiever in that class is Shakir Asadi. and Ilham Peterson.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I would like to, on my part, Fahmi has done this morning, and hopefully we wanted to start at 9:15. We were delayed a bit in terms of parents arriving late, and I think I need to say this, because it's very unfair if you pitch up late, your class has been up on the stage already, and a grade 2 or 3 learner now comes struggling along to the teacher wanting a certificate. And you can actually see the disappointment on the child's face. So maybe sometimes as parents, we forget in our delays and doing other things at home that our children are extremely excited to attend their graduation. Now I know the certificate might not mean much for you as an adult, but for a child, I can assure you, it means quite a lot. So parents, welcome to our graduation. Obviously, this is our flagship event for the year, where all the teachers' work culminates into this event. And it is a lot of hard work. We had several changes, like any other normal school would have changes. In terms of the personnel, we do exactly the same, and I'm sure you heard what Fahmi said in terms of how we actually co-opted other teachers to do other things as well. Now, maybe I'm just going to explain this. Some parents couldn't quite understand when they came in, and I had spoken to them. Our program at the Madrasah stretches from grade 1 through to grade 12. And for all the years, we've also had a FIFS program. And alhamdulillah, we can say, and we're very proud of the fact that we had a learner at our madrasa who completed the entire Quran, Ihsan Basir, and we mention his name because people would like to know this. He wasn't taken out of school. Parents came to speak to us, and alhamdulillah, he is now a grade 12 learner, and he has completed the entire Quran from memory. He can recite the entire Quran from memory, by putting in a lot of hard work and only attending our madrasa on a Saturday morning. Now obviously to emulate this and to follow up on that is quite a big challenge for us, but we strive to be there. And this year we have 13 learners who were tested on various surahs, some of them for Juz Amma, and at the end of next year, our goal is to have 20 learners being tested externally by, and we've had Sheikh Sadullah, we had Rashid Brown and many others testing our learners on the FIFS program so that they can certify that our learners do memorize. And you all know our outcome for the Quran reading is the memorization of Juz Amma. So I'm going to call on Nadia, Dos Isaac, Hajar Nuruddin, Adam Muhaydin, Azhar Khan, Uwais Gul, Raisa Mani, Nuran Bandikar, Wajda Gul, Shifa Hendricks, Zubair Ryan, Shoaib Ryan, and Mazin Jibri. Then also we have a program at our madrasa where we wrote, I should say, the different modules from the surah. We all learned through the surah. We then developed the surah into lessons, like any teacher would do, and we came up with 8 modules. And before the child can graduate into the Quran, it is almost imperative for them to go through all the modules that we have, and I'm sure you've seen the modules and know what I'm talking about. And at this level, we concentrate a lot on the 8th module, which touches up on the tajweed of the learners. So a lot of time and effort is spent into developing the child to read with all the necessary tajweed rules. And this year, we have 23 learners graduating into the Quran. And I'm going to call up Nazli Alfan for the following learners: Uthman Abrams, Zahra Biadi, Munira Harris, Tahir Suleiman, and Altaf Wenzel. The following is grade 6A, Suleila Omar. She had 2 learners graduating into the Quran, Amira Ibrahim and Amara Sadat. B. Mastura Adams. Shukran Abdullah. Mastura Adams, and the following learners graduated into the Quran: Sarah Abrams, Ilham Adams, Rabia Adonis, Akila Ami, Hamad Daris, Azra Davis, Adam Waidi, Fawaz Salih, Hana Kanisa Tawfiq. Grade 7 learners graduated into the Quran with teacher Fajwa, Shakil Ajwa, Shuaib Fakir, Zaira Hamildi, Hashim Hamildi, Yusuf Isaac, Laika Ismail, and Anika Jacobs. Parents, I think I just need to say that for the learner to graduate into the Quran, as I've mentioned before, they need to complete the 8 modules, and the 8th module is where the learner's tajweed is tested. So we can almost assure you that if they graduate into the Quran at our Madrasah, they will have been taught all the tajweed rules that is necessary to read the Quran correctly. And you would also have noticed that we give them a certificate and the Quran, and we request the parents to cover these Qurans in plastic. I don't know what to call it nowadays, but it's the sticky plastic that you have, that contact, thank you. Place it on the cover. Do not place it on the shelf, and get the child to read through the Quran. And the best time to do that is probably between Maghrib and Isha. But please let your learners take out their Quran so that they can read. There's also a nice little presentation thing in front on the inside cover with their names on and when they graduated. And many of the Hufars indicate to us that the very first Quran that was given to them by their Sheikh that is the Quran that they still have. So please, parents, treasure it, but do not store it in a cupboard so that the child never takes it out and read it. So we have our normal madrasa from grade 1 to 12, and our grade 12 has left us already, and they've done their Arabic examinations with the Western Cape Education Department. As you know, we are an accredited institution, so our learners do Arabic with the Western Cape Education Department. We go through the PICS program, as we've said, and then also we added, 3 years ago, we added the teacher training program and development to our Madrasah program. Now this would entail, first of all, parents who cannot read the Quran, who want to be able to pick up the Quran and read fluently with all the necessary tajweed rules. We now offer classes on a Saturday morning at our madrasa, which we call the adult class. In fact, over the past 2 years, it's been so successful that we extended it, and with the help of Dr. Nadine Mullah, we brought in also a psychology component to it. And with the help of Sheikh Mukhtar Gul, we brought in a tafsir program with it. So now the teachers or the parents who've gone through this program with us over the year can actually be placed in a class and actually teach a grade 4, 5 or 6 class. So in that way we also generate our own teachers. We found it extremely difficult to recruit teachers from other centers because they were not aware of the system. And I'm going to call on the following parents, if they are here: Yusuf Rahim, Fasiha Karim, and Khadija Aram. These were the parents who came religiously every Saturday morning, wanting to equip themselves, empower themselves to be able to read the Quran, but also, I think, to help the children at the Madrasah. And then the next component of that was most of these students decided they want to do the psychology part with Nadine, as well as the tafsir part with Sheikh Mukhtar Gul. And I'm going to call onto the stage Nawal Davids, Ruwaida Davids, Shireen Davids, Karima Isaacs, Majida Mukhtar Gul, Ilham Umar, Amina Umar, Adila Sheikh, and Nadia van Niekerk. Parents, I need to say that you will probably notice that there's 2 teachers with this group. And what we do at the Madrasah is we take 2 teachers out of the class for the year and offer them a refreshment course into being able to teach with the new vigor that they've just experienced in these various classes. And for the coming year, these teachers, if I can call them teacher trainee, will be placed in a class, and with the help of Nadine, we've set out a program where Nadine will come in on a Saturday morning and mentor them in their classes. So alhamdulillah, in this way, we also have teachers at our madrasa where we do our own recruiting. So at this point in time, I'm also going to call on Nadine to the stage, Dr. Nadine Mullah, and I need to say her title as it is, and to shy away from these things. But obviously she's involved in teacher training at UWC. Just as you were normal parents who came to us and said, you know, Shafiq or Fahmi, these are the services we can offer if you need me. And I think with the help of Nadine, In fact, Nadine initiated most of the program that she's involved in. And this is the way we want parents like yourselves with expertise which we don't know of to come forward, and maybe you can assist us in whatever program we have. Nadine, I'm going to ask one of the students, Ruwaida, to hand over a gift to and then I think one of the students is earmarked to say something as well. So please parents, just be patient with us. I think this is an important development program for the Madrasah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On behalf of my classmates and myself, we wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and give thanks to the management and the staff of Fairmont Neighbour Saturday Madrasah for teaching us the glorious Quran, alhamdulillah. To Fajr, for teaching us how to read the glorious Quran with full tajweed. Starting from understanding, recognizing, and write the Arabic alphabet. One will never forget the Arabic alphabet by cutting and pasting till it comes out by your ears. To demonstrate a good understanding of the Mushaga instructions, etc. MashaAllah. To Navy, for the valuable experience to open up our minds and put ourselves in the mind of a child to adults. What an eye-opener. To Fahmi, for teaching us the Arabic language and give us insight to understand the glorious Quran. Your passion and dedication for the subject, your presentation, and even if you just scratched the surface of the Arabic language, you opened up for us and inspired us to seek more. To Sheikh Mukhtar, for the tafsir of the pure ayahs of the Holy Quran that we could only manage to tafsir within the limited time you had. Wow, it was mind-blowing. Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. To all my classmates, we are just a considerable number of devoted students who grew so close that my Saturday is empty without you all. Shukran to our parents. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be blessed with them. We are who we are with their dua, and we wish the same to our children and grandchildren. To our respected teachers who taught us how to observe in order to assist in the propagation of Islam and in adopting simple living Islamic habits. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. The quote, the difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but a lack of will. That is from Winston Lombardi. Jazakallah, alhamdulillah.
For this presentation, I think it's always moving to see adults thanking adults. Now this, unfortunately, is the only part that the parents sitting here have to listen very carefully to me. We have done with all our graduation ceremonies, we have done with all the thank yous, and our planning for next year has started rather vigorously already. Our parents, please be assured that we do cater for 400 learners at our madrasah. And at the beginning of the year, we normally have 460, 470 learners. There is a dropout rate, which is normal. Transport problems, parents cannot get their learners to the madrasa. But even if we stick to the total of 400, it has become quite a cumbersome task to start on the very first day. And our very first day of teaching will take place at the madrasa on the 19th of January. School reopens the 14th for teachers, the 16th for learners, and the 19th of January for the entire madrasa. Now those of you who will be starting with us with a grade 1 child and all new applications, together with the teachers, will start on the 12th of January. So on the 12th of January we have an orientation program for all the grade 1 or 2 or 3 learners. That's the very small one. All new parents will be welcome at Muhammadiyah, and Madrasah starts on the 19th of January 2013. Now obviously you've seen our new program, or well, not so new program, has been going on for the past 3 years now. Parents, adults, friends, or whoever wants to first of all do only the Quran reading course, or parents or whoever, friends of yours who want to stay on and do the teacher development program for next year, please speak to Fahmi so that we can also finalize our totals. It is extremely difficult for this class to operate with more than 20 to 25 adults in a class, because as you can see and as you've seen, a lot of individual attention is given to adults in these classes. Now, I suppose the most important announcement that I have to make, and I'm going to say this, is that unfortunately we have a very big backlog on school fees. And for quite a while, Fahmi and Ridwan Wahid and Ridwan Razak hammers me because I don't speak enough of school fees when I have the opportunity with parents. Now parents, we all know it is trying times. We all know the unemployment rate has soured. We all are aware that financially things have, I don't know which word to use, increase or decrease. But unfortunately, we are all in the same situation. But if you calculate that our Saturday morning madrasa, to send your child from 9 o'clock until 1:15, please note parents, the madrasa is dismissed after the Dhuhr Salah. To send your child from 9 o'clock until 1:15 on one Saturday morning cost you 35 rand. Now I'm sure to celebrate these certificates that your children will be getting, you're either going to take them to Nando's or to McDonald's or to whichever place, but you're going to spend more than 35 rand on one single meal for your child. And all we ask of you, for all the things that we're giving, not only for the benefit while they are small, but also for the benefit once they become adults, so they can teach their children again. All we request from you is a 35 rand per week. Nurjan is sitting at the back. There are still a lot of money outstanding. In fact, I can say almost 200,000 rand outstanding as far as school fees is concerned. And it creates a problem, it creates a turnover problem, it creates a monthly problem because we do pay our teachers, and I can say this in front of our parents, I think we pay our teachers fairly well. So please parents, it becomes almost imperative of me to belabor this point and request of you. We do have a banking account number, so it becomes easier to do the EFT. If you do have the money on you, Nurjan, she has the balances at the back as well. So the two Ridwan and Fahmi, I hope I've done justice to the request of appealing to parents to pay their school fee. And then also the problem of re-registering. Now we take the extra bother to send each child or parent a re-registration form to make it easier for us to do our planning. And our planning will probably take place next week, Saturday. So even though the Madrasah is on holiday, the management, and I would like to thank them at this point in time, Ridwan Wafik, Ridwan Razak, Fahmi, Shamil, and Ridwan Saleh as well, who's come on board. New parents who've just willingly given of their time to sit with us to do the planning for next year. So even parents, if you've neglected to re-register or threw it away someplace or just left it on your shelf, there is a pack of re-registration forms, and please ask Nurjan and please indicate whether your child will be coming back to the Madrasah so that we can start planning for our classes for next year during the holiday period. I now come to the thank yous. Resource, and I'm going to read it as such. Resource management and general assistance. I've already mentioned their names. Shamil Basir and Ridwan Sali. Alim Saban, who religiously comes every Saturday to do the shopping for the tuck shop to feed your children. The caretakers, Butafaik and Butagani. The management staff, Ridwan Razak, Ridwan Wafi. The parent, Kasim Adams, who's organized the wall for us, free of charge. For Ridwan Wafi for the stage and the sound system. And for Fahmi for putting the whole program together for us. I obviously have to thank two more people, which was very important in today's activities as well. The one is Nurjan, our admin assistant sitting at the back, who religiously comes to Madrasah every Saturday, who does a lot of running around, and I need to thank Nurjan profusely for all the hard work, for all the admin, who knows exactly when to phone me during my working hours. And we do have conversations during working hours. Unfortunately, that's part of running the Madrasah very efficiently. Nurjan, I would like to say shukran to you for all the hard work. And then lastly, the certificates and diplomas look very beautiful this year. And we have a parent to thank for that. Mr. Anwar Rasool of Amazon Media, I know he is here. Anwar, we need to thank you as well profusely for printing our diplomas and certificates. In fact, he's done it in such a manner that he did not have to laminate it. So again, Anwar, I don't know where you're sitting. Maybe if you can just indicate where you are. I know you're not a person, but I think I need to acknowledge you of presenting the diplomas, the printing of the diplomas for our Madrasah. And I gather this is somebody's watch. Somebody lost a watch, so if you have looks like a female watch, anybody lost a watch, please just get it from me. And then Ridwan Wafid has just lastly asked me to announce also that all the photos will be on our website, www.cmrm.co.za. You can also go on to the CMRM Madrasah Facebook website, and the videos will be on YouTube, and you have to search for the CMRM graduation of 2012. That's entirely Ridwan's field. I don't have much knowledge of the technology. Parents, I need to say shukran for coming. I'm going to add as well, today or this morning, it was just over an hour and 20 minutes that we've taken up your time. You might not have think that this was important, but to your child it is extremely important. The most difficult part for me to start the madrasa in the new year is when a child comes up to me and said, Uncle Shafiq, I wasn't at the graduation, and they pertinently tell you my mommy or daddy couldn't bring me, but I know I had to get a certificate. Don't you have the certificate for me? And I think that is an indictment against us as adults. So please, parents, I know I'm speaking to the converted. We normally speak to the converted anyway, but please, your friends, neighbors, and colleagues who are not here, please spread the message to attend these kind of ceremonies with their own children. Shukran very much. The last request is that all the teachers and their spouses, together with the adult class, to please remain behind. The others can collect their reports and leave, because we as teachers, together with the graduates of our adult class, still have to have a meeting. Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Parents, before you go, can I have your attention for 1 minute? For 1 minute, students, just hang on 1 minute. We'd like to thank our principal from the management, Mr. Shafiq, Abram, Mr. Ayampi. We never thank him enough. He does all the talking and all the moaning to the parents. Thank you, Mr. Abram. Give him a big hand. Thank you.
Fortunately for me, fuck me and Razak. And he said yes. But I think we just need to maintain.
Don't forget it.
Don't forget it anymore. So I'm not going to delay us much further. I know we have a meeting to attend as well, but I'm also waiting for Nas, Ridwan. Please do stay, please do enjoy the meal. Is there anything else?
What you said about the parents, the child.
Hij wil eerst de kook gaan. Yes.